Aleix, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it. Do you think S&P's decision holds water in this case? I mean, it's been the same issues for South Africa. It feels like we're no longer just looking at the triple junk rating, but more about the outlook. It's all about that positive outlook. Does that bode well for the country as well?
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, there's some hope in the public finances in South Africa, mainly due to the increase in government revenues as a result of higher commodity exports, and also due to the progress made in reducing debt and debt distress and to shrink public deficit. However, we have to be aware of the overall economic context in the country and on the remaining economic risks. President Ramaphosa, as he visits the United Kingdom, he is facing his own battles back home in South Africa. The president is facing a perfect storm of inflation and electricity cuts and corruption accusations that will continue to deteriorate South Africa's profile and to pose a risk for investments in the country.
Yeah, the president does seem to still be in the lead, according to polls then, with regards to whether he will continue to lead the country any further from here. But you mentioned some of the other institutions which remain a key element to South Africa getting the stability, right? Everything from the reserve banks, the justice institutions, all of those have been at the forefront of keeping South Africa afloat, if you want to call it that. But it does feel that they're not moving forward. They're not taking what they've got and sort of edging ahead. What is sort of needed here from an EM perspective to latch South Africa onto that growth path from here?
Yes, so economic recovery has been impacted not only because of external market shocks, but also, as you mentioned, by the lack of credibility of some of its main institutions. The government and the central bank in South Africa has tried to mitigate inflationary pressures by increasing interest rates. However, this will have the side effects of slowing down economic growth. At the same time, the president will have to improve his credibility about his economic and anti-corruption reforms, which are currently suffering some skepticism from the public as the president faces corruption accusations and as public companies such as Eskom face disruptions.